So how do we go from simply surviving in life to thriving? David Essel here, David Essel's Daily Video Boost, your exclusive online video community. Glad that you're with us. Take notes, take notes, take notes. Do not trust your brain. So how do you go from just surviving in life, getting up on the rat wheel, going home, eating, going to bed, getting up? How do you go from the surviving mode of being overweight or an alcoholic or struggling with finances? How do you go from just surviving to thriving? I've got some stories I'm going to tell you, number one, but let me tell you first some of the tips you have to take. Write this down. You've got to be willing to risk big time. If you want to go from surviving to thriving, it's not going to happen with baby steps. I hate to say that, but it's not. You've got to be willing to jump into the fire. When you jump into the fire, great things can happen. It doesn't mean you'll always be successful, but you've got the energy moving, and that's what it takes to go from surviving to thriving. Number one is take big risks. Number two, get someone to hold your feet to the fire, accountable to the change. Don't try to make big changes in your life and go after huge goals by yourself. The odds are you're not going to be successful. Number three, create a written plan. Put down, how are you going to risk? When are you going to risk? We always tell people, if you're going after something big and you want to go to thrive from survive, you've got to make a plan that's at least 6 days a week. And in those 6 days a week, you've got to do things that are super uncomfortable. One of the stories I love to tell that we talk about in our #1 best-selling book, Focus, Slay Your Goals, that you should really have a copy of at talkdavid.com or amazon.com, is my friend Evelyn Keeling that lost 245 pounds and became a bodybuilder. She had to risk going into a gym and having all these people stare at her, 245 pounds overweight. She did it day after day after day. Or what about my other friend Lee, who works for this major corporation, and he was always such a good worker, but there was massive things missing from his life. He'd get up at 4:30 in the morning, go to work 12 hours a day, come home, and that was it. Then he found karaoke. And listen to this. This is, you want to talk about from surviving to thriving? Then he formed the most popular cover band on the West Coast of the United States of America. Okay? Now, how did he do it? He did it by risking. He did it by risking money, time, effort. So when he got home and he was exhausted, they did rehearsals. Just incredible. What about my other client, Lisa? Lost her children to the state because of drug and alcohol abuse. She went into rehab, came out, got her children back, only to lose them again because of drug and alcohol abuse. And then she did it the final time. She risked it all, spent a ton of money, got sober, got clean, and today she's been clean a couple years, a former client of mine who I love deeply, and she has her children back, finally, for good. So if you want to go from surviving to thriving, you've got to be willing to risk, get someone to hold you accountable, and create a written plan of at least 6 days a week, okay? If you want this kind of a life, I'd love to help you do it. Contact me directly via this video or through the website, talkdavid.com. Have a great day.